The Bert Show.
The entertainment buzz.
Time to get buzzed on the hot goss from Hollywood with Abby. It's the Bert Show's entertainment buzz.
Women are getting punched in the face in New York City, and nobody knows why. I logged on to my TikTok the other day, and I swear I saw like 15 videos of all different women around my age, about 26, 27, 28, all saying the same thing. I was walking around the streets of New York looking at my phone. All of a sudden, some guy clocks me, knocks me in the face.
You guys, I was literally just walking, and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk. Literally, I fell to the ground, and now this giant goose egg is forming, and I'm like, oh my God, it looks so crazy.
So that's an influencer named Hallie Kate, who's really big on TikTok, and she's walking down the street, and you can see like a big contusion forming on her forehead. It's bruised. She's crying, obviously, because it's incredibly traumatic, and everybody in the comments is freaking out, like, go to the hospital. You probably have a concussion. And so then after that, all these other videos of other women started popping up on our For You page. And now we're all like, what is going on in New York? But a couple days later, Hallie said, I don't necessarily think it's all happening at the same time. I think people started searching for my video, and then people's videos from the last couple of months started popping up.
It started pumping out a bunch of old videos from girls also saying that they got punched in the face. Also, side note, my head is looking a lot better. Ow. I'm just going to contour over where I got hit. Dibs contour stick. Can't even tell it's a little swollen. All good. Anyway, I think because people started searching girl getting punched in the face, all of the old videos that girls had made from months, weeks, years ago about getting punched in the face started getting on everyone's For You page because it was just a trending topic. And from listening to a lot of those girls' videos, it didn't really sound like it was the same person. I think it just might be a somewhat common thing that happens in big cities. But I don't want it to seem like 13 girls got punched in the face yesterday and oh my God, if you come to New York City, you're for sure gonna get punched in the face. Well, it's obviously really upsetting and disgusting that women have to deal with like this. I personally am not gonna revolve my life around that one incident.
Now, Mo, you're from New York, so let me ask you this question. Are there some boroughs where this is just the way they say hello in New York? Instead of shaking hands, they just punch in the face?
Some would say that in Brooklyn that is a sign of endearment. But no, I don't know of anybody going this far with New Yorkers known to be aggression. This is new to me. I didn't know this was a thing.
Well, apparently it's becoming a thing because then people started popping up and saying, now that it's becoming a quote unquote trend where people are talking about it, they're like, you've got to really be on your guard if you're out walking around in a big city because whoever's starting to do it might catch on with like other groups of people or it might start catching on in other cities. So girls, if you're out and about, and even guys I saw were getting punched in the face too from videos that popped up.
Happening to women?
I saw one guy talk about getting punched in the face, but he said it happened a couple weeks ago. But the videos that I had saw that actually had been posted recently were all women in their late 20s.
Yeah, this was happening a while ago also, and it was happening to guys. And it wasn't just New York City. It was also older people were getting punched just as strangers were walking down the street. You guys don't remember this a couple years ago? Yeah, same things was going on.
I think, because I think there was, if I remember correctly, there was a homeless dude that was dealing with some mental health issues that was like punching somebody.
So, I mean, all these guys are going to get caught, especially now that there's this heightened awareness to it. You can't be on the streets of New York City without a camera being on you somehow, some way, right? Either a security camera is operating, looking out from an apartment complex or a bodega. They're going to get caught. But just the fact that you can't even walk down the street anymore and feel safe because you don't know if someone's going to punch you in the face is it's a sad state.
And it's really scary that it's catching on the internet because I remember when I was in college back in 2016, something kind of similar was happening on college campuses. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was like an epidemic of like clowns running around on campus. And I remember there was like a semester where we all had to have like our head on a swivel of being like, is there going to be like a freaky clown coming at me with a knife at night? So I really hope that this is the kind of thing that just blows over and doesn't catch on with the crazies of New York or any other major city. All right, Will Smith is closing his charity after his Oscars slapped completely tanked donations. So their charitable foundation is set to close because their tax records are revealing that after the big Oscars slap happened, big organizations like American Airlines and CAA all pulled their funding. So they haven't commented on this, but they are going to focus on private charitable giving. But it looks like they're going to have to shut it down all because of that one thing that he did with Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars.
That's probably got to be the thing that's going to hurt him the most is that action is going to impact people who could have benefited from his charity.
Yeah, I would think that he and Jada have enough money to cover that $2 million, to be honest with you. At least in the short term, but these are the ramifications, like if I do something really stupid, outside of the Bert Show, I'm tied into Bert's Big Adventure. So it would make sense that sponsors would pull from me, right? It's the same thing with Will Smith.
Yeah, it's a huge responsibility.
It's all good.
So Sean Diddy Combs' team is responding to the raids of his home. I'll read you the statement they put out on your next eBuzz on The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.